Okay, first day that we talk about the logic states. Then after that we selected the matching number system. Go with that. Then after that, that we have to define variables. Then we went to that Boolean algebra. From the Boolean algebra, we learned some concept from it. Then Boolean variable concept we took. Then the Boolean variables are there. Then Boolean variables also having two states. Then after that we have taken some kind of the Boolean operators from the Boolean algebra. Then those Boolean algebra operators you know. Uh, Let me share the previous day document with you. This one, I think you may remember this one. Then after that, uh, these Boolean operators we discuss. Then for this Boolean operators that we need the real circuits to implement those functions. Then logical devices, logic gates we discuss. Then these are the 6 basic logic gates. Then after that, uh, we had a small discussion how to use those logical functions to address the problems that we use this AND gate and OR gate introductory kind of explanation uh, to understand that how to implement those things in the circuits. Then the small exercise we had, that is when the circuit is available, we try to write output Boolean equation like this. Then next thing was that when the equation is available, something like this, then we try to draw the circuits according to the output Boolean equation. Then from equation to circuit and circuit to equation, these two conversions we did. Now basically we are ready to design a circuit. That's what so far we have done. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And those are the things so far we have discussed, and we can start from that one. Then today I'll start a new document. Okay. And when we start designing a circuit, I think there are many methods to design a digital circuit. But here we can discuss about a standard designing procedure. Then if you follow this standard designing procedure, that you might not have any errors when you design a circuit. Okay. But after getting familiarization of all these things, then you are not necessary to follow the standard designing procedure. But my personal advice is that if you are new to this circuit and if you want at your examination also, if you have any kind of doubt regarding designing of the circuits, then you may follow the standard designing procedure. Then at the end of the procedure, you may have a correct circuit as a solution. Okay. Then we can talk about the standard designing procedure to design a digital circuit. The first step is identify number of inputs and outputs. Okay. Then based on that, okay. Now, shall we start a small problem? Then you can easily understand this one. Like our previous problem that day we discussed something like this.
So excuse me, sir.
Assume that here we have one entrance and here we have another entrance, that is B, and two sensors were fixed there, and those two door sensors are producing the status of the door, that's whether it's open or closed, like that. Then according to the customer, that he wanted to sound an alarm according to his dangerous conditions. Okay, his dangerous conditions may be okay. You can't see the document. Now can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, this is our standard designing procedure. And as the first step, we are going to identify the number of inputs and outputs of the circuit. And then based on that, we can draw a simple block diagram. Then now the problem is this. Now the customer is having this one. The customer is telling that whether the first condition is the first condition is assume the door open and be open. That is a one dangerous condition. And second condition, A closed and B open. That is second condition. According to that, if one of these conditions are satisfied and we have an alarm, we have to sound it. The alarm may be, we can say it's E. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, now okay. Now this is our problem. Okay, now we have to design a circuit to address this problem. Then what we are going to do is that first thing that we have to identify the number of inputs and outputs. It's very clear that number of inputs are two, that is A and B. The outputs are only one output we are having, that is E, alarm. Okay. Then based on that, we can draw a block diagram. This is the circuit we are going to design. Then from door A, this input is coming. From door B, the second input is coming. And this is the circuit we are going to design. And this output is going to tell R, that is E. This is our block diagram. Okay. Actually, here we are not going to draw this part. You don't want to write these lines when you do the real thing. These are the inputs and this is the output side. Like that. This is the second step. First step. The second step, prepare a truth table for the circuit. Okay. Then you have to prepare a truth table for the circuit. To prepare truth table for the circuit, that we have to identify number of inputs. We know that two number of inputs are there and one output is there. Because of that, we have two inputs, A and B, and one output, that is E. Then we can make a table like this. For A and B, these are the all possible combinations: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. The meaning is when though A is closed, B may be closed and open. When though A is open, B may be closed and open. Like that, all four combinations are there. Now we have to include these conditions. We have to include these conditions. These are the conditions. We have to include these conditions in the table. Okay. Now, how can we include these conditions inside the table? Now, first one is A open, B open. That is A1, B1. Okay, the A1, B1. At this time, this is A1, B1. At this time, E should be 1. The second condition is A0, B1. A0, B1. Here, output should be 1. For all other two combinations, output should be 0. Now, it is essential to put these zeros there because then we know that during these combination, output should be 0. Okay. Now, second step is okay. We have to prepare truth table. Actually, what we have done here is a couple of minutes ago, there is a problem. And problem in which format? It's in verbal format. Sometimes in text, we have this problem. It's in text format. Now, the entire problem has been converted into a table. Now we put all the conditions in the table. Now the entire problem is in this table. Basically, the 50% of the circuit designing we have done. When you prepare correct table, 50% is done. Okay. The third step is write output Boolean equation for the circuit. Then we have to write output Boolean equation for the circuit. That is the next thing we have to do. How can we do that part? Then to do, what we have to do is that we have to convert these ones into term. And how can we write this one as a term? If I write this way, A bar dot B, using AND operation, I can write this is A bar and B. And here I can write this is AB. This is AB. O, I can write this one using O operation. A bar OB. O like this. Then using O operation, I can write this set. Now, what do you think? Which one is the correct one? Here, using AND operation, I can write A bar B, AB. Or using O operation, we can write this as A bar plus B, O A B, that's using O operation. Now, what do you think? Which one is the correct one? Using AND operation or using O operation, we can convert this one. Now, what do you think? Can you take a couple of seconds and think about that? Which one is the correct one? I have muted my mic, then you couldn't hear that. Okay, that more all the answers are O. That shall we look at that? What can we do using O and what can we do using N? When you use N, we are checking both the things. We are checking both those at once. A and B, you are checking both those A and B. But if you use O operation, you are checking A O B. Then oh, hello? Oh. Okay, here that when we use AND operation, you can check both the things at once. But if you use O operation, you can check either one at once. For example, if door A is open, output will be 1. Though B is open, output will be 1 if you use O. But if you use AND operation, it will check both those. Whether A is closed and B is open, then both condition will be checked at once. But if you use O operation, the A is okay or B is okay, output will be there. Got the point? If you use AND operation, you can check both the things at once. But if you use O operation, it will check one of these conditions, or maybe both at once. But one of these conditions may be also checked. But actually, what do we want to do? We want to check both the doors at once. Otherwise, that we can't catch that A close B open condition. We can't catch. And for example, that assume like that if you use O operation, if you take this one, then here A bar B at this condition, that is A bar will be 1. Then this B is 1. The 1 for 1 1, it will produce 1. But if you put this one A bar B, what about 0 0? For 0 0 also, it will give 1. But for 0 0 condition, we don't want to have a 1 there. If you put A bar plus B, this A bar is 1. Then 1 0 condition is there for 1 0 also, because that is O. 1 O will produce 1 at 1 0 also. But we don't want to do that one. We want to do that at least exactly at A bar B and AB at those conditions only we have to produce logic 1. Then the correct answer is O. This is wrong. Okay. You will realize this one when I write the equation. For example, now this is one term coming because of the one condition. This is other term coming because of the other condition. Now these are the two conditions. Now E equals this condition and this condition. E should be 1 at here also. But what do you think? Both conditions can be satisfied at once? A close B open and A open B open, both conditions can be satisfied at once? No, it will never come true. Because of that, we put O here. Why? If this one comes O, this one comes, output should be 1. Then you can see here, if you put O, then only we can check both the conditions. If either one is true, output should be true. But here it's not like that. Both should be true. At that time, output should be true. Okay. To check that the entire condition, we have to use AND. But after taking those things, but to combine these terms together, this if this condition is satisfied, oh, this condition is satisfied, output should be 1. Then to combine these terms, we are using O, but to make terms, we are using AND. Then this is your output equation. Okay. Then fourth step. Fourth step. Good circuit using basic logic gates. Okay, now you know that one. Okay, you know it, and that's what we did. That when you have equation, we try to draw the circuit, and when you have circuits, we try to draw the we try to write the output equation. Okay, now we can draw the circuit starting from A and B. This is A, and we can make A bar. Then we can make first term. This is A bar B. This is AB. And we can combine these two terms using O. And this is it. And this was the problem. And this is the block diagram, the first step. Second step, we have to prepare to table. And third step, we have to write the output equation. Then we have to convert this table into an equation. Then when you convert this table into equation, the 75% is done. Then after that, when you have an equation, you should be able to draw the circuit. Now this is what we are going to do. This is the standard designing procedure. For the moment, it contains these 4 steps. If you follow these 4 steps properly, at the end, you have the solution. Are you okay? Okay. Then if you are okay with that, okay, then shall we try another example? Couple of problems shall we try? Okay. This is a kind of extension to the previous problem. Now, previous one, we had only 2 inputs. Now here we have 3, A, B, C, 3 input lines are there, 3 doors are there, and emergency bell is there, and 4 conditions are there. Can we spend a couple of minutes to find the solution for this one? Step by step, you can follow the standard designing procedure. Then first thing, identify the number of inputs and outputs. Then based on that, you can draw a small block diagram showing that the circuit you are going to make. That's the first step. Second step, you can prepare the table and include the conditions there. The third step, you can convert your truth table into an equation. Then you can write output Boolean equation. That's the third step. Fourth step, based on the equation, you can draw the circuit using basic logic gates. Okay, those are the 4 steps. Shall we try your one? That if you understand this one very well, you can easily follow this one. Shall we try this problem? Maybe one. Then first thing we have to identify the first step. You can identify number of inputs and outputs. Then with that you can blow a block diagram. This is your output E, and here one input A, the other one B, sorry, the other one C. This is a block diagram. It shows that second step we can prepare to table. Table. This is diagram. Is A, B, C, E. And how can we write the conditions? Okay. Actually, the easy. How many number of combinations are there? Number of combinations. The number of inputs. How many number of inputs are there? 3. The number of combinations. How can we find that one? It's 2 to the power 3. Hello. Good morning. Then 8 combinations are there. Then first combination you can fill this way 0, 0, 0, and the last combination is 1, 1, 1. But I can write this one using the binary, the ascending order. But if you are having some kind of difficulties, write those things. But the easiest method to write those things is you can have this pattern. Then 0, 1, 0, 1. Like that, you can fill this one. Here is 2 zeros, 2 ones. Two ones. And for this third column is 4 zeros, 4 ones. If you are okay with that, then you can write that this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you are okay with binary numbers, you can fill that one in using this binary ascending order. But otherwise, that if you find some kind of difficulties that finding the all 8 combinations properly, you can follow this pattern. If you remember this pattern, you can easily fill this one. Okay, now the truth table part, the input column part is okay. Now we have to include the conditions there. What are the conditions coming from previous the problem? And these are the conditions. These are the 4 conditions we have to include there. Okay, on, off, on, off, on, off, ABC, off, 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 like that. How can we fill this one in the truth table? On, off, on means 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Here, output should be 1. Then next one, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Here also, output should be 1. Third line, third condition, 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0. Here also output should be 1. The last condition, ABC of 0, 0, 0. A0, B0, C0. Sorry. During that time also output should be 1. All other cases, output is 0. So now we have completed the truth table. Okay. Now you can convert this one into equation. To convert this one into equation, we have to convert that one into terms. How can we write terms there? This one we can convert as A bar, B bar, C bar. This is A bar, B, C bar. Okay, this one this is A bar, BC. The last one A B bar C. A B bar C, A bar BC, A bar B C bar, and A bar B bar C bar. Those are the 4 combinations. Then we can write output equation. E equals A bar, B bar, C bar, A bar, B, C bar, A bar, B, C, A, B bar, C. Then we can draw the circuit. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Here we can make A bar, we can make B bar, C bars. To make first term, we need A bar, and B bar, and C bar. This is A bar, B bar, C bar. Next term, again we need 3 input AND gate. A bar is here. Then we need B. Can take B from this point. When B is here, then we need C bar. A bar, B, C bar. Third one, A bar. Here we have A bar and BC. B is here and C. This is A bar, BC. Fourth term. We can take 3 input AND gate, and we need A, and B bar. This is B bar and C. After that, we can combine these 4 together using 4 input O. This is it. Starting from here, this is block diagram and truth table. Then from the truth table, we wrote this equation, and based on the equation, we draw this circuit. Are you okay? Now you can compare with your diagram if you have drawn that one. Okay, if you are okay with that, shall we try? Okay, shall we try different problem? This one. Now here you can see the previous question. It's just you can understand the number of inputs and number of outputs and also the conditions are straightforward. But here it's not like that. The conditions are there, but it's written in a different way. Okay. Sometimes this is the way of that the practical problems are coming. But you can understand the number of inputs. Here you can see 3 positional sensors are there. A, B, C. Whatever the type of sensors may be there, we don't care. And these sensors are capable of producing identifying the position. When the position is detected, it can produce logic 1. Then based on the conditions, output L should be there. Output L should be 1 when 2 or more positions are detected. That's how the conditions are mentioned. 2 or more positions are detected. Okay. First thing, try to understand number of inputs and number of outputs. We already discussed that one. And then prepare to table. Again, 3 inputs are there. 1 output column is there. 3 inputs are there. Then you can include the conditions. Then after that, you can write output Boolean equation. Based on that, you can draw the circuit. Shall we try this? Okay, shall we try this? If you have done that one, can you check it that whether you have done it correctly? Okay. Then block diagram. Again, it's like previous one. We have 3 inputs. This is output L. Table. Okay. Now, this is a table and combination of field. Now we can include the conditions. Conditions now in here, 2 or more positions are detected, output should be 1. But here, no position has been detected, then output should be 0. Here only 1 position, then output will be 0. Here only 1, then output is 0. Here we have detected 2 positions, then output should be 1. Here only 1 position detected, then output should be 0. Here 2, then output is 1. Here output is 1. Here 3 positions are detected, then output is 1. Okay. Now we can convert this one into an equation. So this is the first one. If A bar B C, hello, hello. Okay, then this one is A B bar C. This is A B C bar. The last one A B C. Okay. Then output equation. L equals A bar B C plus A B bar C and A B C bar plus A B C. then we can draw the circuit. So we have to, when we convert this table into an equation, now we have to consider the output column once. When you consider this one, all three variables should be considered. Okay, and when you take this one, now you have to think about that all three combinations. This is A bar B C, but if you write only B C, that is wrong. Then we can't take the action of A. Then we have to consider all three variables. But here also, to convert this one, this 101 combination, you have to consider. Okay, here also the same thing. This is 110 and this is 111. All these four combinations have to be considered. If you take only two variables, that means that you are ignoring the status of the other one. We can't do it. So starting from A, B, C. A bar. B. First thing we can make this A bar B C. This is C. This is B. And this is A bar. A bar B C. The second one A B bar C. This is C. Then we can take B bar. Then A. Okay. A B bar C. Third one A B bar C. B, A B C bar. This is C bar and B. And this is A. Fourth one A B C. Okay. Now this is you have asked a question that AB plus AC plus AB. Is this wrong? No. Yes, that we can't do like that. You have to consider all three variables. Okay, if you're okay with this, shall we try another problem, something like this? Third one. Okay, this question. By little that we are having the different version of these problems, and then little by little we are having some kind of the advanced features of these things. It's not advanced things that much more, but anyhow that with the different way of presenting the question is there. Okay, here that I am not going to explain anything. You can try your own, then you can understand your level. Okay, but that we have at this stage, we should be able to understand the question, and we should be able to extract the number of inputs and number of outputs. Then based on that, you should be able to draw the block diagram, and you should be able to extract the conditions, then fill out the truth table. Then after filling the truth table, I think you can convert that one into an equation. The drawing of the circuit is not a problem, but all these things then you should be able to do. Then try your own, and without thinking that you can do it later time, can you take a piece of paper and try this one your own? It's like previous question. Here also we have three inputs. The inputs are coming from different three type of sensors: the temperature sensor, pressure sensor, and flow rate sensor. It doesn't matter that with the which type of sensor we are using. Assume that we can have the results from those sensors in digital format. The results may be 1 or 0. Then alarm A is there. Then we have to sound an alarm when the dangerous conditions are occurred. The dangerous conditions are when the flow rate and pressure are low, that is one dangerous condition. And when pressure and temperature are high, that is a second dangerous condition. But here you can see flow rate and pressure are low is the first condition, but they don't talk about temperature. But we don't care temperature, but flow rate and pressure are the important points. If those parameters are low, then we have to turn on the alarm. The second condition also pressure and temperature we consider, but we don't consider pressure, flow rate. Then you should be able to tackle this. This is the block diagram. Now we can prepare the table. Okay. The first condition is flow rate and pressure are low. Flow rate and pressure are low. That is the first condition. That means F0, P0. Here, this is F0, P0. Flow rate and pressure here also low, and here also F0, P0 combination are there. Then this should be 1 and this should be 1. So this is F0, P0. That during that time, temperature may be 0, temperature may be 1. We don't care. Okay. The other condition is pressure and temperature are high. When pressure and temperature are high, pressure and temperature are high. Here P1, T1, and here also P1, T1. During that time, we don't care about this flow rate. And this is 1 and this is 1. All other cases we have to put 0. Like this. Okay. Now we have to convert this one into equation. Boolean output equation you can write. Then we can convert this one into, this is F bar, P bar, T bar. This is F bar, P bar, T. This one F bar, PT, and this is FPT. Then we can write output equation. A equals F bar, P bar, T bar plus F bar, P bar, T, then F bar, PT plus FPT. And final circuit you can draw. So, can you check your working in this one? If you have any kind of problem, that if you have any kind of differences, shall we discuss those things? Yes. One of your friends has sent me an equation asking that whether it's correct or not. Yes, that is correct. But it's another form of the equation. But at the moment that we don't discuss those things, and we will discuss those things later on. But your one is correct. Okay, shall we draw the circuit? And I think this is not a problem to you. We have done this one 3 times. F, P, T. We can make F bar here, and this is P, P bar, this is T, and this is T bar. Okay. First term we can make F bar, P bar, T bar. This is F bar, P bar, T bar. And this one F bar, P, T. T bar. Then sorry, T, T bar, F bar. T, then next one F bar, P, T, F bar, P, T. T, and this is F bar. And final one FPT. FPT. This is T. And this is T. Etc. Okay. Any question? Can't we take as change is one no matter high or low and the normal condition is zero? I think some of you have mentioned the different version of these equations, but we will come to this one later because there is a way to write this equation in a different way. But at the moment that we can stick to this one, but later on that minimization is coming, then after that you can have the different version of this equation. But some of the versions that you have written here is not correct. But actually that the way of writing this equation is, this is the way of writing the equation, but after that you can modify the equations. Then after modifying the equation, you may have the different form of this one. But basically this is the way of writing equation. This is the first step. Then after writing this one is the step that you can modify it. Later on we can discuss that how to modify those things. Okay. If you don't have any question, any problem, and you can refer those things, I think now you can design the different digital circuits addressing this type of problems. Okay. The only the thing that next week we can start that here that all the circuits are having single output. We can try multiple output circuit, and after that we can do the rest of the thing. The designing part, finishing the designing part, we can go for the next section next week. Okay, thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.